They had 83 separate camera angles of the attack, and they only released this one shot, 15 frames, from one camera angle. Let's turn that up. Look at that. Thanks. Yeah, it's just one single camera angle, yet they had 83 camera angles they could have drew from. And one witness actually who saw exactly what hit, and clearly that's a missile. Clearly. We have another shot we're going to show you later in the show from another angle that's surfaced. But it's clearly a missile. So what would provoke the American government to lie to the American people about what happened and withhold information that could have been critical to the true investigation that could have gone on? And what about all those explosions that occurred inside buildings that many experts, including 10,000 architects, have signed off saying that there had to have been a demolition in those buildings? There's no way a plane would have taken them down. Clearly that was a missile. And let's take a look at this possibility. I'm going to show you a jet going completely unbelievable speeds right into a bunker, a concrete bunker. And look what happened to the jet. This is interesting.
Themselves. Time for a new test using an F-4 Phantom jet. The US government wanted to test what would happen if a plane crashed into the concrete walls of a nuclear power station. The jet sets off, bolted to a track to prevent takeoff. It's doing 500 miles an hour.
Look at this. Nothing happens. So how could a jet take down the building?
It just disappeared into dust.
Nothing.
Only the tips of the wings escaped total destruction. But the wall designed to move and absorb energy did its job well. When dealing with nuclear material, no test can ever be too drastic.
Leroy, I'm not really sure if I'm running a local campaign. We're still thinking about the possibility of running a local governor race here. Yeah. I may have more opportunity to run a local campaign for something else, and I can't run for president and governor here in the state of Washington at the same time. So we have a national campaign for president, but locally I may run for another office. I don't know yet. Our state of Washington is so mismanaged that it's absolutely disgusting. We've got a situation on our hands that can't even be described. They just put a new road in our area, and we didn't need a new road. They spent millions of dollars on a new road in our area, and this is in a state that's $545 billion in debt. That's what I'm saying, governor of Washington, not mayor of Seattle. I can't run for mayor of Seattle, but governor of Washington State I could run for at the same time I'm running for president in the rest of the nation. So that's why I'm not really running a local campaign for president. Lots of people are supporting us, Puck. Yeah, and the more people talk about a third party and join us and subscribe to us at Twitter and on the internet, the better off our chances are going to be. Yeah, we're really doing a grassroots thing on the internet, and I think daily conversations with people and discussing political issues is cutting edge. I love it. I'll continue to do this as president every night, 1 hour a night. Maintaining connectivity to the American people is essential. We've got a limousine liberal in the form of Barack Obama who literally hides from the press. Yes, you can intern with us. Yes, absolutely. But right now we don't pay interns, and we don't have interns visit us. You work from your home where you are as a volunteer. Well, the fact is we're going to be working on our website this year, this summer.
I like my site.
And if you want to create a better website, build a mock website and send us a copy of the main page, and we'll go from there. The big thing about our website is we have to move 50 pages over, because we have 50 states with different political requirements for election and ballot access information. No, I'm actually a conservative liberal. I'm a social liberal and a fiscal conservative. So the people on this island are very conscious of prices. They're discount oriented. We have met a lot of supporters in person, Paul. We've found that that's been good in the past, but right now we're entering a new era where because of our high-profile position, we may not be able to meet as many people as we'd like. We're thinking of a convention, possibly, but we're not sure exactly where.
There might be a festival we'll go to.
No, I'm a person who supports a strong border defense that's considered conservative. I'm a person who supports fiscal constraints and living within a pay-as-you-go budget. That's conservative. The only thing liberal about me is I care about the environment and homeless people. And I don't want to give people free welfare. I want people to actually get a hand up, but I want them to get some traction in this economy. I don't want to just keep paying people endlessly and not going anywhere like we are currently. We'll be using Twitter and Facebook this summer more often. And being I'm a fiscal conservative and a social liberal wrapped up into one person, I can articulate a message that will appeal to both political sides.
What question do you have? You should fertilize your own lawn and don't use pesticides.
Yeah, don't ever use pesticides. Right. Yves, we tried to run for Congress. I ran in 2014. I got over 4,200 votes in my area. But unfortunately, the Democrats, Republicans stole 90% of my signs. And that's a critical part in a local election. If you don't have signs up, literally every day my signs were being ripped down as we drove along. We put up 150 signs, and I have only about 11 of them left.
Let me ask him. So, David, this guy bought this Scott product, that fertilizer product, to fertilize his. It said "Be green in 3 days," and then it when he had it laying on his lawn, it turned to a rust color on his driveway.
Yeah, that's right. That's a moss out product.
Is it moss out or just fertilizer Be Green? Just fertilizer.
Take the bag back and get your money back, and don't ever use it again.
David suggests taking the bag back, asking for your money back, tell him what happened, and don't use it. I think it could. What did he suggest the rust was from? It was probably a chemical. What to get the rust out with?
You're going to have to use a product called Spick and Span.
Spick and Span. What about CLR? Well,
CLR might be good. Lime might help. Yeah, there's a couple of products that'll take out product. Clean concrete. Just go to your local place and get. Muriatic acid is the most powerful cleaning agent.
But you just want to be careful what you use if it's going to go into a sewer system, because you don't want to add toxicity to
you're right.
Kind of sewer.
Muriatic acid would add. Lime away is your best bet, Substar says. Yeah, lime away. Okay, let's take a look at the Gulf cleanup operation here.
We're
local,
unrefined crude oil.
Home improvement store. They might have an idea of what would help take out rust from concrete.
Being dumped out on our
this guy's got running salt water and raw crude oil as fuel.
So
this is interesting.
we actually sent a letter.
Fertilizer for our lawn, we usually tend to use just a
bag of horse manure.
Bag of natural manure.
Yeah.
I know
Miracle Grow makes a
there's
spray.
a Miracle Grow makes a new one that's like a spray that you can add. It's like it attaches to your hose, and then it.
We're going to run this in 2 segments. As you can shut this off for a quick second. Hook everything back up and be prepared to show you us running this on crude oil. Okay, so this is the part 2. We've got our lines hooked back up, tightened up the reactor for the glass rod in there. Everything's good to go. You can see the residual oil dripping down there from the plain crude. Got Got our glass jar here.